It's the first time these guys been in jail. That's why they all in camps.
Right.
They ain't no USPs.
Even having a gun in New York is a huge deal.
Yeah, you know,
so shooting 5 people in one night's pretty unbelievable.
You understand what I'm saying? So.
All right, new this morning, we are getting a look at the suspects accused of beating rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine in a Palm Beach gym just a couple of weeks ago. On your screen right now, this is Anthony Maldonado, Rafael Medina, and Octavius Medina, the rapper.
Tekashi 6ix9ine is making headlines once again. It's for all the wrong reasons. The rapper, whose real name is Daniel Hernandez, was arrested last night in Palm Beach. The 27-year-old had...
Rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine appeared in court in the Dominican Republic today. The rapper, whose real name is Daniel Hernandez, was arrested on domestic violence charges Wednesday. The judge postponed the hearing until the rapper's attorney could prepare a defense. Hernandez has had a history.
Kifano Shotti Jordan's influence was instrumental in catapulting 6ix9ine's career to unparalleled heights. Yet, it was also what would lead to his eventual downfall. But how did a Trinidadian American felon rise to power within the ranks of the 9 Trey gangsters, shaping the trajectory of one of hip-hop's most controversial figures? What drove the rift between Shotti and 6ix9ine, leading to betrayal and legal consequences? Join us as we dive into the saga of Shotti, 6ix9ine, and the treacherous journey that saw their paths intertwine, leading to fame, betrayal, and ultimately, redemption. Kifano Jordan, widely known as Shotti, is a Trinidadian American with a criminal record and former associate of rapper 6ix9ine under Trey Entertainment. Throughout their collaboration, Shotti contributed to interludes to singles like Billy, Bloodwalk. Moreover, he is prominently associated with the 9 Trey Gangsters, a faction of the larger United Blood Nation, which constitutes the East Coast division of the Bloods gang. Born on April 14, 1982 in Trinidad, specifically in the Caribbean island nation of Trinidad and Tobago, Kifano Jordan relocated to the United States during his early years. He settled in the Bedford-Stuyvesant neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York City, where he would later become entangled in criminal activities and gain notoriety within gang circles. However, before diving into Shotti's tale, it is necessary to understand the 9 Trey gangsters. On July 16, 1993, within the confines of Rikers Island's prison, the United Blood Nation came into existence. Its origin was a response to safeguard African American prisoners from the influence of the Latin Kings gang. Among the various subsets within the United Blood Nation was the 9 Trey Gangster Bloods. Following their release from prison in 1994, the 9 Trey Gangster Bloods established their base in Harlem, New York. Initially, their activities primarily revolved around the illicit trade of narcotics and other criminal endeavors. Over time, their reach expanded across the United States, extending into states such as North Carolina, Maryland, and New Jersey. However, their growth also drew the attention of law enforcement, ending in the arrest of around 50 members during a police operation called Operation 9 Connect in 2006. During all the arrests and legal entanglements, an alleged member and prominent figure within the 9 Trey Gangster Bloods, known as Seco Billy, embarked on a different path. He envisioned a future beyond the confines of street life, aspiring to establish a record label, drawing inspiration from his experiences, including his time in prison and a book titled The Trey Way, authored by Garland Tyree, a founding member of 9 Trey. Seco Billy birthed Trey Entertainment. The phrase Trey Way came to encapsulate the essence of 9 Trey way of life. But then the trajectory of Trey Way intersected with the rise of a young artist known as 6ix9ine. As fate would have it, 6ix9ine found himself acquainted with members of the 9 Trey Gangster Bloods during his time at the Dog Pound, a halfway house frequently visited by the gang. Through his manager CEO Chris, who had strong ties to the 9 Trey Bloods, 6ix9ine was introduced to key figures like Seco Billy and Snow Billy. Those connections paved the way for 6ix9ine's involvement with Trey Entertainment. In 2017, with the release of his track Gummo, featuring 9 Trey members prominently in the music video, 6ix9ine soared to overnight stardom, cementing his affiliation with Trey and the 9 Trey Gangster Bloods in the public eye. Following the initial success followed by his association with the 9 Trey Gangster Bloods, 6ix9ine, observing the benefits of his affiliation, intensified his interactions with the group. His immersion ended in a key moment at the dog pound, where he underwent the initiation ritual known as being jumped in to the Trey Blood gang. However, this transition sparked confusion among observers, as prior images showed 6ix9ine wearing blue bandanas, symbolizing allegiance to the Crips. During this period, 6ix9ine was aligned with Scum Gang, a name that was closely linked to the Crips. His occasional display of blue flags showed his closeness with the Crips, yet he never held official membership within their ranks. Now, this is when 6ix9ine crossed paths with Shotti, who was then a prominent figure with the Trey Gangster Bloods since its beginning. Shotti's rise to prominence within the gang was marked by an infamous event where he allegedly went on a shooting spree, ultimately ascending to the position of second in command under the leadership of Mel Murder. 6ix9ine's musical endeavors continue to intertwine with his gang affiliations, notably with the release of Cuda on December 3, 2017. The accompanying music video showcased not only members of the Trey Gangster Bloods, but also representatives from various other factions, including Bobby Shmurda's renowned GS9. According to 6ix9ine himself, the video set boasted a sizable presence of 200 Bloods and 100 Crips. During this rapidly growing partnership, a close bond between Shotti and 6ix9ine emerged, fueled by the financial gains accruing from 6ix9ine's burgeoning career. However, internal strife surfaced as each member competed for control over 6ix9ine and the considerable wealth he generated. With the blessing of Mel Murder, the gang's leader, Shotti eventually took on the responsibilities of manager and reliable ally for 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine enjoyed the air of legitimacy that came with having real Bloods around, which allowed him to show his dominance without fear, since he knew his crew would always be there for him. Following these developments, 6ix9ine went on an intense campaign, vocally championing Treyway across various online platforms, thus transforming it into a widely recognized catchphrase synonymous with the Trey Bloods. It was then Snow Billy who proposed integrating their criminal activities with 6ix9ine's online trolling stunts. However, Shotti, exercising caution, decided to keep their illegal activities separate from the digital sphere, fearing repercussions that could jeopardize their profitable alliance with 6ix9ine. This discourse sowed seeds of discontent within the ranks, with Shotti prioritizing financial windfall accompanying 6ix9ine's fame, while others harbored reservations about 6ix9ine's involvement in their criminal affairs. Snow Billy questioned Shotti's choices and emphasized their different outlooks on the future. He was unhappy with Shotti's leadership and publicly expressed his discontent. Snow Billy thought about taking dramatic steps, such as kidnapping Mel Murder. Sensing the threat posed by Snow Billy's disagreement, Shotti reportedly sanctioned a fatal assault on him in January 2018. And in a terrifying turn of events, Snow Billy, who miraculously survived a head wound from a bullet, described how two attackers, one of whom was allegedly his own cousin, had carried out a blatant attack on him. Snow Billy said that this attacker, who was later found guilty of attempted murder and given a 20-year prison sentence, collaborated with 6ix9ine. The consequences of these incidents led to a split in Treyway, with Shotti taking exclusive control of 6ix9ine and the large profits that resulted from their collaboration. Throughout the early months of 2018, 6ix9ine found himself involved in a series of criminal activities alongside his fellow Trey gang members. Among these incidents were a shameless robbery on April 3, 2018, targeting individuals affiliated with Jay Prince's Rap-A-Lot Records, and a shooting at the Barclays Center on April 21, 2018, involving the escort of rapper Casanova during an ongoing dispute. However, tensions within the Trey camp reached a boiling point in July 2018. Allegations emerged suggesting that 6ix9ine's former partner, Sarah Molina, had developed a romantic involvement with Shotti, unknown to 6ix9ine at the time. Meanwhile, federal agents allegedly stepped up their investigation into what was going on inside the Trey organization. In July 2018, as 6ix9ine geared up for the release of his collab with Nicki Minaj, an unexpected incident unfolded. An accident led to a confrontation with members of the opposing Trey faction, including Anthony Harv Ellison, who held 6ix9ine at gunpoint demanding his jewelry. Despite pleas, he was forced into accompanying them and endured a violent assault, leading him to disavow his ties with 9 Trey. This event marked a turning point, exposing cracks within the gang. Suspicions grew around Shotti's leadership, especially after 6ix9ine discovered Shotti's romantic involvement with his previous partner. Further discontent brewed as 6ix9ine uncovered Shotti's theft of $2.5 million from his tour earnings. This ended in 6ix9ine's public denouncement of 9 Trey and Shotti on Instagram, followed by an expose on The Breakfast Club. The fallout was fast. 2 days later, 6ix9ine and 9 Trey faced federal charges under the RICO Act. Despite his imprisonment, 6ix9ine released his album Dummy Boy, addressing the betrayal in tracks like Kia and Fifi. On February 1st, 2019, 6ix9ine pleaded guilty to 9 charges, facing the prospect of spending decades behind bars. However, a plea deal offered him a chance to avoid jail time in exchange for his cooperation in testifying against 9 Trey. In September 2019, his trial commenced, during which he provided an extensive testimony against his former associates. As a result, on December 18, 2019, 6ix9ine received a reduced sentence of 2 years in prison, with credit for time served since his November 18, 2018 arrest. Shotti now faced the consequences of his actions, sentenced to 15 years in prison. Shotti's journey from power to punishment reached its climax at the Thurgood Marshall Courthouse in Manhattan on September 6, 2019. Shotti's legal troubles stemmed from his involvement in various criminal activities alongside 6ix9ine and other 9 Trey Blood members, including Anthony Ellison. Court documents detailed incidents from where Shotti and Ellison targeted rival artists, engaging in confrontations and acts of violence. These transgressions included firing shots at rival gang members and orchestrating robberies to settle feuds. During his sentencing, he broke down in tears expressing remorse for the violence he committed and the impact of his loved ones, especially his sons. On his 24th birthday, May 8, 2020, 6ix9ine returned to the music scene with the release of Gooba, where he addressed accusations of being a rat while cooperating with authorities. He further elaborated on his decision to testify during a record-breaking Instagram live session, attracting 2 million viewers. On September 4, 2020, 6ix9ine released his second studio album, Tattletales. In the track GTL, he reflects on his experiences with 9 Trey and Shotti, expressing genuine affection for Shotti, despite feeling unreciprocated love in return. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Crime Sheet to show us your support. Also, let us know your thoughts about Shotti and 6ix9ine in the comments down below. We will see you with the new video very soon.